Okay, so welcome back. So in this session, I'm excited to share with you a very high-level overview about the ensemble logical modeling. And this really picks up in where we came from on the ensemble methods, and now how do we get to the place where we can model these things? So the first thing to keep in mind that the ensemble modeling approach is really here to optimize integration initiatives like the data warehouse and where things like agility are very important. Integration is going to require a business-driven model of some kind as it's designed because, of course, it's enterprise-wide scope versus individual departmental scope. So it's just by design, it's going to be a different level, a different understanding of the data. We use facilitated ensemble logical modeling workshops with business users from the organization to arrive at these models. And these models in the end will actually be called ensemble logical models. So how do we do that? Well, we run a business workshop, these ensemble modeling workshops, facilitated by 2 to 3 people that will pull from that business group the information about the core business concepts and their natural business relationships. And just as is illustrated here, we do this using post-it notes on whiteboards in conference rooms as we're working with business users to define it. Now, once we get to this first level, as you're seeing here, which is core business concept and the natural business relationship. So for example, a sale has one relationship that says, as part of a sale, I have to have a store, I have to have a customer, I have to have an employee. Those are naturally combined in that relationship. The green post-it notes here are relationships and the blue ones are core business concepts. Once we get to this level, we could really be using any one of the different ensemble modeling forms as we discussed in a previous lesson. So this could be anchor or focal or vault. Once we get past this point, however, we're going to start to define the context. So now this is where we track all the things that describe and define each of those core business concepts. When we get to this layer, we're going to start to now determine how this is going to be modeled from a pattern perspective. In other words, will it be single sets of satellites that have a bunch of attribution, or just a satellite table that has only one attribute, like with anchor, or is it going to be a name value pair, like with hyper? Those are things that now get determined when we get to this level of specification. But still, the context attribution here is occurring in a business environment and incrementally. If you have 280 or 400 attributes, we don't need to know all of them. We only need to know the ones that are part of this first scope to understand what it is you're talking about. Really exciting about this method is once you've arrived at the final model, this is really exciting, is these things will map directly to the physical. So wherever we have a hub in a blue card here for the key or the instance, those things will become hubs in the actual physical model. And the same thing with the links and relationships and with the satellites. How we design these is almost directly mapped to physically how that's going to be stored. So we are actually designing, in effect, the warehouse itself, the integration platform itself when we do this. So working with people directly to what the computer's going to see. It's a very exciting feature of ensemble logical modeling. So we'll talk a little bit more about those in the future lessons, and we'll see you there.